football fan, an AFL fan. Bobby Cardenas coming at you from Lancaster, California, in the beautiful Antelope Valley, where it just started raining. My hair may look a little fakakta to you because I was outside. I had just taken a shower. I had to go outside, batten down the hatches, move some things because of the oncoming rain, which is here. Okay. Last couple of posts, I told you I would come back as a referee, discuss a point of our law, handling. Well, I am here as a referee, but I've changed it. I'm going to discuss penalty kicks. And I'm going to use, for the very first time on this show, don't laugh, it's a show. On this show, I'm going to use my TV monitor as a visual aid. So hopefully this works. I'm going to show you a play that occurred in the Chelsea-Stoke match from last week, a couple weeks ago, I believe, where a controversial play occurred towards the end of the game, and the commentators felt it should have been called a penalty. And I'm going to explain to you why it should not have been called a penalty, and it wasn't called a penalty, and it was good that it wasn't called a penalty. So I'm going to use my trusty here. I'm going to show you the play, and then I'm going to backtrack it, hopefully. Hopefully you'll be able to see it and hear the commentary. Okay, let's try this.
5 minutes ago, this, the controversial moment in the game. Loic Remy stays on his feet, goes for the goal, no penalty given.
You know, for me, I think this is a penalty. I don't think there needs to be contact if you have to get.
You hear me that?
high.
Okay.
I think the ref
Let's stop this for a second. Let me backtrack it,
free.
because you hear what he's saying about how he feels it should be a penalty, right? And I'm going to explain to you why it's not a penalty. I'm going to stop it at the moment, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to see this.
5 minutes ago, this.
Right there. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm trying to look at the monitor here, but the play has occurred where the Chelsea player, Thunder, nice sound effects, is coming into the area. You'll see that there are 3 defenders around here. The referee, which you can't see, is somewhere in this area, and he's blocked by all of these bodies. Take that into account. The goalkeeper has come out to play the ball, which is what he's supposed to do. He's sliding. He's perfectly, he's on the pitch, perfectly positioned to try to smother the ball. However, he misses because the player hits the ball around him. The player jumps over, retains possession, and goes in and attempts to shoot the ball. Now, there's no penalty here. I'll tell you why. The laws dictate that if a player attempts to kick or strike or shove or trip, that could be still ruled a penalty. This is what these guys are going to argue later. They're going to point out the laws. What happens here, though, unfortunately, fortunately, the goalkeeper does no motion with his legs, or his arms, or any other part of his body towards the player. All he's doing is trying to smother the ball. He stays perfectly prone, without anything coming up, and the player is able to leap over him, chooses to stay up, because they're going to argue that he should have gone down, but he chooses to stay up and takes a shot. Now, what has occurred here? A couple of things, maybe. I'm going to explain them to you. Hopefully you can see the replay here again.
You know, for me, I think this is a penalty. I don't think there needs to be contact if you have to get that high. I think the referee.
Now, this is what happened. The player decides to stay on his feet. If the referee, in his mind, actually thought that there may have been a foul and is given an advantage, which he could have, and he doesn't show the signal, we can't see him do it, the player has not lost the advantage because there were no defenders around him that took the ball away from him. He tried to shoot, and he missed. Now, these guys are arguing. I'm going to put it there, but I'm going to mute it right now so they get to the point. They're arguing that the player should have gone down to draw the penalty. Now, what do we say? We say that it is against the spirit of the laws of the game, for a player to do anything, to dive, to embellish, to try to draw a foul like that, a PK. And he didn't do that, so I'm glad he didn't. But they're arguing he should have. Now, they're going to get to this point right here. After Mark Hughes, who's the manager of the other team, actually congratulates the player for not going down. He says that it was good that he didn't. Why is this not working? Okay, here it goes. Now listen to these guys real quickly. Let's see if I can, the fakakta thing. Yeah.
That is the last thing that we need.
And too often, people like us sit on sets just like this and say, if he goes down, it's a penalty, which, as you rightly point out, Dan, has absolutely nothing to do with how the law is written.
They're going to show you the law.
If
They're going to show you the laws right now. And I still argue this. Nothing, this was a play that just was a play. The players did what they were supposed to. I can't get the, there we go. I'm getting better lit there. Nothing occurred that should be a PK. That's why the referee hopefully didn't call it. Had the player gone down, flailing, there's no guarantee that the referee would have called a PK, as they're trying to state, okay? Because the referee may have thought that the player embellished it and took a dive, as we call it, right? Dove, simulated. Therefore, the player did what he was supposed to do. He was able to stay on his feet. The goalkeeper did nothing wrong, and therefore, there's nothing to call. There wasn't a penalty. Do you guys understand this? I hope you do. They wrote this stuff if you don't understand it. I'm just trying to explain it to you, but they're the ones that write. You know what? And these commentators, this is what I mean about these guys. They need somebody on their shows, whether it's ESPN, like ESPN FC, or Fox, that knows what he's talking about as far as the laws of the game, that can explain these things to them. They should hire somebody like that. Or think about me. Maybe. Don't laugh. That's it. I got, you know, I'm going to deal with watching a game between Norway and Hungary, which is the second leg of a Euro Cup. A Euro qualifying match. So therefore, I'm going to become a civilian now. And do you know why I'm going to become a civilian now? Because it's very important, because I don't want to do this while I'm wearing my referee shirt. Okay? This is what I want to do. And I can't even, friggin', the lighting again is horrible because of the, say no to racism. Always say no to racism. And say yes to this. It's spilled a little. They got. Go USA! Oh, there's a friendly between them today in Brazil that was on earlier too that I watched, U23. Here we go. Cheers, I gotta go. I hope this helped.